first coat of plaster on this. Obviously, a lot of lads now put one thick coat on a level. I never do it. I'm always 2-coat plastering. That's how I was brought up. That's how I was always to do it. And that was put on with this French trowel. And as much as this pains me, that is an amazing trowel. An amazing trowel. Just looking at the grip alone, it's like it's a rubbery. It's not a hard plastic. And I was a bit dubious of this, I'm not going to lie, because you get a lot of these cheap trowels and they've got the grooves in them, and the grip, and the hard plastic, and they are awful. I've literally thrown away halfway through job. This is a rubbery, like a very hard rubber. It's unbelievable to grip. You do not know you're gripping it. I can hardly put any grip on that, and it won't move. It's perfect. Pre-bedded, and I've hardly put any line, any fresh lines in that. I hardly put, you can just see them. I don't know what this is formed out of, what steel this is formed out of. The only possibility that might happen to this, which I don't like, if you see the rivets that come through, the pressed rivets, what hold the handle on, they tend to, after time, come away on this piece here. They tend to break away on there. Whether or not that one will do it, you know what? I don't think it will. I don't think it will. There's a rivet there. It's pretty close to the end. I don't think it's going to do it. I would highly recommend these. Highly recommend these French trowels. That's if it's made in France. But the grip, I hardly have to grip it. It was a pleasure to put that on and I didn't feel it at all. And I've got swollen hands, arthritis is killing me in my hands. Compared to this Italian trowel, that I've had pretty much all my plaster, well, I've had it all my plastering. That is a hard plastic, you can see. You have to grip that. If you don't grip it hard, it will spin. You see, you grip it hard, let go, release a bit, it will spin. This one, you can't grip it hard for some reason. You just know. And you loosen your grip, it's just not sliding down like the other ones did, look. The other ones are sliding like that. You just loosen it a little bit, it's just not moving. Now the only downside I would say on that, on the French one, and I'm sure they've covered that, and I'm sure this is just a bog standard French sized one, is compared to the Marshalltown, it's a good couple of inches shorter. But on the big wall, I'm actually going to try this French one. I'm actually going to try this one because I think, although it's smaller, I tend to use a bigger trowel on a bigger wall nowadays. I mean, years ago we just used to have that size. Then they introduced a bigger size. When things started to plasterboard and skimming and plaster became no more rendering. Would I render with one of those? Possibly not. Go with this. I'm going to go with this on the bigger wall. See what I come out with that. But as a rule, I wish I'd have had this years ago. I genuinely do. I don't think that this steel is going to break down as much as one of these Italian or the Marshalltown. I think that's a stronger steel, potentially. Could be totally wrong, but yeah. Would I recommend one of these French plastering trowels? Oh yes, 100%.